Alright. I already recorded this before, but I hit the wrong button, so here we go again. Cloverfield came out in 2008. I reviewed it about 2 years ago. And so I plan on doing the sequels for Sequelathon 2, but two things happened. One, I had too many movies for Sequelathon 2. And also I thought, well, if I'm going to do the Cloverfield movies, then I need to go back. I need to revisit the first one. So I said, screw it. Let's just redo the first one then. So here we are, Cloverfield Revisited. My revisited review of Cloverfield. And this is still a good movie, still holds up. I think the special effects still hold up, even from 2008. Yes, the Cloverfield monster, the Clovey, whatever you want to call it, looks very CGI-ish, but it's overall still not bad, especially watching it in HD. Not bad looking for CGI, especially in 2008. This is directed by Matt Reeves, who did like the Planet of the Apes trilogy that came out, and he did the American remake, Let Me In, Let the Right One In remake, and The Batman, which came out last year. So, he knows how to do things. This is also produced by J.J. Abrams, who decided to take two completely unrelated films and make them sequels to this movie. So he hellraisered the hell out of this franchise by taking two unrelated films called The Cellar and God Particle, Cloverfield. So now it's 10 Cloverfield Lane and Cloverfield Paradox. He actually was going to do the same thing to Overlord. Would he call it Cloverlord? Cloverlord. I don't know, but he didn't. He decided not to do that, which is good because Overlord's a pretty good movie on its own. To try to, ham-fist in some, just shove in some, to force in some Cloverfield stuff, probably wouldn't have worked. Probably not. But, so I'm trying to do these three movies today. And then I'm gonna, so I got to redo the announcement now. So, sort of an announcement. So, if I can get these three done, which I'm hoping to do today, and then pick 1090s 2 done before the weekend, before Friday, I will do To Be Horror Weekend, whatever the number is. I don't know what number it is. I should have looked. But I would do another To Be Horror Weekend if I can get all this stuff done before Friday. So I can at least watch the first one during work on Friday and get that one out when I get home. So, yes. Cloverfield. A found footage movie came out in 2008 and had two sequels with another actual sequel, a real sequel in the works. Like Cloverfield 2 sequel will be a sequel. They said it. Like, it was announced like last year or something. Another Cloverfield movie in the works. I'm like, oh, I wonder what movie they're gonna. I wonder what script they're gonna take and shove it into. And someone said, no, it's actually a Cloverfield movie. I'm like, really? Like a real Cloverfield movie? Well, Cloverfield tells the story of Rob, who is going to Japan for a job. He got a promotion. He's going to Japan. He's going to work in that version of his company. And so he's saying goodbye to all his friends. They're having a big goodbye party for him. And so they've tasked HUD, played by T.J. Miller, to record everything. And so during the party, shit goes down. There's like an earthquake. Seems to be like meteors. Maybe those are little creatures falling. I don't know. And so they're just now trying to survive. And then at one point, Rob decides he has to go to his friend, girlfriend, fuck buddy's apartment all the way on the other side of town, near where the monster creature is, to save her, to get to her. Yeah. So I like this movie I do have some issues with it, but they're small issues. Like, killing off the characters, one, are too telegraphed. Like, Marlena gets bitten or scratched by this creature, and then it's like, oh, we gotta kill this character off. How do we do it? Have her explode for no reason. Like, she goes behind this curtain, you see the silhouette, and it goes, pfft. Okay, why did she explode? And why did she conveniently wait till they get where there's a whole bunch of people? And someone could say, bite, and take it behind a curtain. This is PG-13, and they didn't have special effects, I guess, to do it, or it's PG-13 and they could do it on screen. I don't know. But she's killed off. And then when Jessica Lucas's character, by the way, Jessica Lucas is in this, and she was in the Evil Dead remake. And then the guy who plays Richie in the opening of Friday the 13th remake is the, like, date of Beth's character during the party. Beth herself, he was in Friday the 13th remake. I said that already. Annabelle, or Yusman as she was here, plays Beth, and she was in that horrible movie, The Unborn. It was also produced by Platinum Dunes, so yeah. But anyway, so like with Jessica Lucas's death, it's way too telegraphed. They get her in a chopper towards the end of the movie, like, okay, she's going in here. There's no room. She's gonna go in here. You guys go in the other one. I'm like, okay, she's dead. And sure enough, creature smashes the chopper. Right. Then you got HUD's death. This death seems very much to me like they said, okay, we want the monster to eat the cameraman. But then somebody, probably J.J. Abrams, goes, well, wait a minute, this is found footage. If they eat the cameraman, how are they going to find the footage? And so they had to have it spit it back out for no reason. It picks him up like he's going to get eaten, and then spits him back out. So Rob can grab the camera and move away. And it's like, but why is he grabbing the camera? Like, the whole thing is like, why? The thing with found footage movies is always like, why do they keep filming? Here, HUD wants to keep documenting. But at this point, HUD has been, like, chewed up and spit out. Camera's just lying there, and Rob's like, I gotta grab the camera. Fuck it. Why? Why is he grabbing the camera? At this point, let it go. And, yeah. Alright. I do like this scene where they're in the tunnel, right? They go in a tunnel, and you see the rats moving all in one direction. It's like, what's making them move in that direction? And then you get this scene, they can't see anything, so it's like, hey, this camera has night vision. And you know, as soon as they turn on night vision, shit's gonna get real. That's when you see the creatures. Was it necessary to have little creatures? No. In my opinion, that big monster smashing up stuff was enough. You didn't need little creatures going around, but again, I think they only served to get rid of Marlena. T.J. Miller. Okay, say what you want about his personal life. I thought he was a great actor and a great comedian. However, the jokes he's making jokes and doing stuff at the party, that's fine. They're in the middle of running for their lives? No. How many times is this dude gonna say Marlena? Marlena, 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 Marlena. And I don't know if T.J. Miller was actually the one holding the camera here, but there was... Found footage is very sketchy at best when it comes to quality. This movie had $25 million or so put into it. So it has good special effects. It has good quality. So why we have to have footage, and I'll try not to mess it up this time. Why is our like this? Oh my God, did you see that? Did you see that? No, because you're pointing the camera at the freaking ground. Oh my God, did you see that? Did you see that? No, because you showed us where it happened after it already happened. Like, boom, explosion. But the explosion already happened. Huh? What? Like, there are times when that happens, like, and that's probably because they didn't have enough money to show the stuff on camera. So it was like, we'll just make the noise sound effect. and they'll be able to put it together in their head. But this had a good budget to it. There's a lot of times, especially when in the tunnels, when all you see is running footage and the ground, and it's like, come on. I get it. They gotta run, but, and I guess you would point it to the ground, but if you're supposed to be capturing this stuff, if the whole idea is to keep on filming, why wouldn't you, like, you can run and hold the camera. Watch, let me see, you can hold it up like this. You don't need to point it down the ground like this when you're running. You can still run with it up like this, and it works just fine. You can see everything is going, and sometimes they do, and sometimes it looks like this. So no, sometimes it works, sometimes it don't when it comes to found footage. And this has those moments where it could work had they gone in a direction. Now I'm out of breath. Hold on. And so another thing a lot of people complain about is people complain about how they edited in footage from April into what's going on in May. It's not edited. For those of us who grew up in the 90s and know about VHS tapes, you know that sometimes you record over something that's already on a tape. They even reference this in a bit of dialogue when Rob asks HUD or his brother, whichever one it was, what happened to the tape that was in there, and they say they're using the tape that was in there. So obviously they've recorded over something. And what you're seeing is stuff from April that's been recorded over of the day they went on their little date and they slept together. Although it's really weird that it starts with the day after they slept together and then the rest is of the day. I don't know. But I don't think it's something that's been edited in. The tape ends with footage where they say it's a great day, but before that, if you pay close attention enough, you see something landing in the water. Now, for years, this was hypothesized. Was it the creature that landed in the water and it took a while to hatch? Or was it, as been hypothesized, it was a satellite or a piece of a satellite crashed into the ocean and woke something up? Now, with the Cloverfield paradox, we know differently because J.J. Abrams says, Cloverfield paradox, that's going to answer all the questions that you have. Sure it did, J.J. Sure it did. Yep, You watch that movie and you know everything about everything. You understand everything you did. It really doesn't answer any questions at all. Poses more than it answers. Anyway, so yeah, and if you've seen all three like I have, you tried to put it together. I just came up with an idea to retroactively go back and kind of put together this franchise using sort of the templates for each movie. The first one would pretty much be the same movie, and then the second one, I would just change the main character in that movie to Beth. But, as we know, it's not the same Earth, so it's a different Beth from a different Earth set in 2016. Yes, that's very... They go into parallel Earths, hence paradox in the name, and each movie is in a different parallel world. Also taking place in a different time, but also at the same time. Because whatever happens in Paradox kicks off something that goes into all the other two movies, but the first one's in 2008, the second one's in 2016, and then the third one's in like the distant future. Not too distant future, but it's complicated. It's very complicated. kidding. I have to rewatch. I've only watched Paradox once. I remember it being very underwhelming and very weird. So see, 10 Cloverfield Lane, not bad. JJ tries to add things in each one to connect them. And, you know, like Slush Show, which was also an Alias and Lost. So, and Star Trek. Although with Paradox, Star Trek does make sense. I don't know. Yeah. I think the actors do pretty good. Like I said, TJ Miller sometimes can be a little too much, but he's fine. What's her face that plays Marlena? She has this look on her through like the entire time they're in the tunnels, like what? Then she gets bit and she's like, I don't feel so good. I don't know. I wouldn't call it overacting, but. And yes, they climb up. They go to Beth's building. They climb up the side of one building, and then they crawl up to the next. And like you got TJ Miller going on the line. They're like, okay, I'm gonna go here, you go here, and he goes, and I'll document it. Goes without saying, you know, like he's gonna stand there and record it because that's what he's there to do. Like basically, they're telling him he has to record everything, so that's what he's doing. There was an idea for a sequel because J.J. Abrams has gone and said, or Matt Reeves, one of the two, has gone and said that they're in the scene where they're on the bridge and the brother dies. There's someone else with a camera recording something. So it's like there's another movie there taking place at the same time from the other point of view going the opposite direction. It's an idea. I'd rather have direct follow-up. Obviously, our characters can't still be alive, but there could be some kind of follow-up to it. I don't know. But, yeah, this movie is pretty good. Despite some of the frustrations with it, I still find myself enjoying it. The acting is on point. Special effects are good. Like, it has the whole feeling of the sense of urgency. They have to survive, even though they're going into enemy territory. You know what I mean? Not enemy territory, you know what I mean? They're going directly into where the creature is to save her. Because, of course, that's where she has to live. It's a little, but, another line in TJ Miller's that I laugh when they're like, oh, what time did they say the evacuation is coming? Oh, 600. What time is that? It's 6 o'clock, HUD. Oh, okay. Get the military time. But, yeah, pretty good. So, what are your thoughts on Cloverfield? Let me know in the comments. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'm Scotty, and I'll see you in the next one.